Okay, so I wanted to share with you a really simple hack to help when you're experiencing pain and when you're experiencing problems, and what to do that will really help to get you out of that situation. Okay, so our brain relies on feedback from our body to know what's going on, and that in turn will help drive whether we experience pain or not. Pain, when you look at the definition of pain, pain happens as a response to actual or perceived tissue damage, and that perception of tissue damage is something that's generated by the brain in response to the feedback that it gets from our body. So, when we are in pain, it then serves to think that we should try and give our brain as much feedback as possible so that it has a better idea, a better perception of what's going on in our body, which in turn will mitigate those sensations of pain. So the biggest organ in our body is our skin, and our skin probably spends very little time actually in contact with the ground because we're wearing shoes most of the time and we're walking around on 2 feet most of the time. So a really simple hack to actually help when you're in pain is to take off your shoes and socks, get on the ground and roll around, okay? So just to go a little bit geeky, our skin is made up of 3 tissue layers, okay, and our primary tissue layer is called the ectoderm. Now, the ectoderm, when we are growing, when we're in the womb, our ectoderm then gives rise to the epidermis, so our skin, the outside part of our skin, and it also gives rise to what becomes our nervous system. So when a kid falls over, often the first thing that you'll see their mum or dad do is grab wherever they've hurt and they'll give it a rub. And what they're doing as they do that is, unknowingly, they're stimulating the receptors in the skin. So you're giving your child's brain feedback from that area, and you can help override pain signals. But you can also help mitigate that pain. So that's why people rub things better. That's literally why. And as we experience pain, we should then try to give our brain as much feedback as possible. So one really simple hack that I often give my patients, and I give them exercises that involve rolling around on the ground and doing things like that, is to get as much of your skin in contact with the ground as possible. And there's a really obvious reason for doing that, to put you on the ground when you're doing these exercises, is firstly because if you're worried that by doing exercise you're going to fall over, you're going to hurt yourself, if you're already on the ground, you've only got half a foot to fall, so you're not really going to hurt yourself anyway. But you're also going to have much more of your body in contact with the ground, so you're automatically in a more stable position. You're also going to be giving your brain a lot more feedback from all of the structures in our skin that will help give it a better perception of what's going on, which in turn is going to help override those pain signals. So stop worrying about which exercises are right and wrong for back pain, which ones you should or shouldn't do. Okay, just get your shoes and socks off, get on the ground, roll around, move, give your brain that feedback that it needs to know what's going on in your body, and in turn that's going to make you feel an awful lot better. So the sun is shining, go outside and roll around on the grass, have fun and feel better. I'll speak to you soon.